About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who used to work for me, and one of the generals called me in. He said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They've just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, and he said, I just got this down from upstairs," meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran." The truth is about the Middle East is, had there been no oil there, it would be like Africa.
What do you think the most important thing is for Barack Obama? Obviously, you're here to talk about the anniversary for U.S.-China diplomatic relations, but if you had to say this is going to be the country or the conflict or the place that will define the Obama administration, what would it be?
The president-elect is coming into office at a moment when there are upheavals in many parts of the world simultaneously. You have India, Pakistan, you have the jihadist movement. So he can't really say there is one problem that is the most important one. But he can give a new impetus to American foreign policy, partly because the reception of him is so extraordinary around the world. I think his task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't such a crisis.
2009 peut être l'année de naissance d'un nouveau capitalisme, d'un nouvel ordre mondial. Et j'en appelle à tous les gouvernements. Aucun d'entre nous n'en sortira en faisant sa propre politique dans son coin, isolé de ce que font les autres. On ira ensemble vers ce nouvel ordre mondial. Et personne, je dis bien, personne ne pourra s'y opposer. Car à travers le monde, les forces au service du changement sont considérablement plus fortes que les conservatismes et les immobilismes. C'est la première fois que je m'exprime au nom de la France à cette tribune. Il s'agit pour moi d'un instant solennel, d'un instant émouvant. C'est un véritable New Deal à l'échelle planétaire qui est nécessaire. Un New Deal écologique et économique. Au nom de la France, j'appelle tous les États à se réunir pour fonder le nouvel ordre mondial du XXIe siècle sur cette idée forte que les biens communs de l'humanité doivent être placés sous la responsabilité de l'humanité tout entière. Et personne, je dis bien, personne ne pourra s'y opposer.